Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Frances Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com in the US. Today I'm going to share with you how to do the scenery. This looks like the light that's coming in the ocean. So this one was with Give It a Whirl, and I'm going to have this video attached at the end of this one. So I share how I was doing the tips with Give It a Whirl, and if you see, I get something little extra on mine that we can go easy, and it's towards the end of the video that I'm going to attach. But the video that I'm going to attach, it's all my best tip to use that whirl of Give It a Whirl. So let's get started. So really it's going to be about to do the scenery today. So what I done, I used this stamp set After the Storm, and I stamped this with Versamark. I already done this to speed up the process, so I went about here. I stamped that with Versamark, then ink again, and I aligned with those lines there and went there, and again ink here, and emboss with white embossing powder. Don't know, I think you can see the shimmery there. So the first thing we're going to do the bottom with crumb cake. So let me bring my crumb cake here, and I just ripped a piece of copy paper here. We're going to put that about how much we want the bottom of the ocean. So that should be about right. And then I'm going to take my blending brush. I like to start on my scrap paper, push it down. Always start on the scrap paper. Doesn't matter if you go from the top, the bottom. And the reason why, it's because you don't want like the circle on this. So I'm just going to bring this down. So let me try to speed this up here. So then we would have our whatever I call the ground there. I'm going to come here, put a bit darker here now. And it don't have to be smooth in the colors. So even if you get some place that it's darker, some place that it's lighter, that's just going to give some character to the bed of the ocean. And we're going to leave that about like this. So now that we get this done, so now we get the bottom of the ocean done. Now we're going to go ahead with Misty Moonlight. I use two colors for the other one. I use Misty Moonlight and Pool Party. Not Pool Party, I'm sorry, Balmy Blue. So I'm going to go with my blue, and we're going to start very darker first. So we're going to start at the top, and again I like to bring this down, just bring it down. Now you can see our ray, right? Because they've been embossed. So this is what we call emboss resist. So where it's embossed, it won't take the ink. It looks like it's taking the ink right now, but don't worry, it's going to change there. Then I'm going to go again more dark at the top. Okay, now that looked pretty good. Just going to bring a bit more down, and then I'm going to come, you know what, I think, to be honest, I don't think I need two color. I think the way that I push it down here, it's going to be okay. So if you see you want to add more color, like lighter blue at the bottom, you can take balmy blue. But for today, I think this looks very good. Okay, I'm going to go again darker at the top. I really want the top way darker, okay? I think that gives more character. Now, you're going to take a rag. Take your rag, and see now it's getting way white, right? And it's almost too white at places. So what I done to remove the white, I use blends. And I got Balmy Blue here. We're going to start with Balmy Blue and just add some stroke just on the emboss part. So that's going to tone down the white. And you see a bit of blue throughout the rays here. It's because it's a distinctive stamp. And if you look at the stamp, you get dark and light, dark and light. So that is normal, because someplace it's like the see-through, put it that way. So after I'm done with my blends, so this one was the light Balmy Blue. I'm going to take the Pool Party also. That's the dark one. And I'm going to add a bit just to tone that place down. Here we go. That looked pretty good. Now, we're going to do our decoration, put it that way. I'm using Old Olive, and I like to start with the biggest of the weed there, the weed, seaweed, or whatever it's called. So I'm going to come, and if you would do the circle, like for the opening, I would do this first, so then I know where it is, where to guide me. But this one I'm just going to do, it's just for the scenery, and I'm going to mount that just like this. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. Now the next biggest one of the pictures in this, it is the coral, and that we're going to stamp with Calypso Coral. So we're going to add a few, and I add that randomly. It's no right and wrong. I just add here and there. That looked pretty good. Now we get the little sea oars. That one I use So Saffron. So we're going to use the little sea oars. And again, I had some at different places. And this one I just going to have 3. Voila. Now for the turtle, I didn't bring the stamp of the turtle, so we're going to grab that. And let's remove that one we still need. Okay, I need another block. Okay, this one, for the other one I did in crumb cake, it's not dark enough. So I'm going to use this one with soft suede. I'm going to put my turtle right here. Et voila. So it's almost look like it's in the back. The soft suede, it's much, much better than the other one, okay? And then for the whale, I stamped the whale with, let me remove this. I tried different color, and the best one I think it is Misty Moonlight. So we're gonna stamp the whale. The punch. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. That looks so pretty. Okay, we get the whale here. Got a scrap paper here. Voila. And that again, it distinctive ink, the stamp, so you get the variation in the color. I just use one color, but it showed like I use more than one color. That's just the way it is. Now we're going to stamp this. I didn't use part of the, you know, this is where she blew the air, the water. Those things, I didn't use that. I just used the whale. And then I was picky a little bit, and I had a little bit more white than I wanted. So that's optional. I just removed some of the white on it. Like I said, that's optional. Now I'm going to put that, I'm going to put my whale right here, going more towards the top here, because I don't have the circle. And then inside, that's where I'm going to put your kind of a big deal. So that's going to get mounted on, not Night of Navy, but on Misty Moonlight. I got it right here. So it's going to go on here. And then on here. And then I see I didn't add the little seaweed there. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of small one. Let me. So you just want to do the bottom of the ocean the way that you want. Then I added one more little thing that you won't see in the camera, but if you get the card, you're going to see it lovely. It is the little dots. That's like the breeding dots, I call it. So we're going to use, on here, we're going to use this, oh, and the little fish too. The little fish first. Oh, forgot my little fish. So let's do our little fish, and I want it to swim that way because the turtle is that way. Usually the fish swim on the same direction, right? Oh, here we go. Now I got my little fish, and now we're going to use a lighter color. Well, I'm still going to use Misty Moonlight, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to stamp off, stamp off, stamp off, stamp off. And then I did some on the bottom because it's a lot of the stuff that grow, or not grow, but live in the bottom of the ocean in the sand. And you see those bubbles. So we're going to use crumb cake, the same color that what we did the ground, and we're going to go ahead and add some bubbles. It's not much, but it makes it so much more realistic. Et voila, my friend. So now this is done. Is that cool? So again, at the bottom of the video, at the end of the video, you're going to have the option for the one, give it a whirl. See, it's just turn, turn. Voila. So I share in the video how I done this, but today was about the scenery with the light coming in the ocean. That is it for today. All the supplies will be listed on my blog with all the color and so on. Right below you get the direct link, and also right here, ding, 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 you get the subscribe button to my channel. Thank you so much for your support. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye for now.